Ready, box. Okay, so we're back with another banger of a chapter, 1460. And this chapter pretty much picks up at the same place the last chapter left off on. Rosario keeps trying to land his left, but he cannot get inside. Mishiba constantly landing his right, landing his jabs, and maintaining the distance. He's also keeping the pace. We switch views for a second, and we see Sendo and Miyata talking. Sendo states how the champion has great legs, great movement, and if his killer instinct naturally tells him to go inside, make it a slugfest, which what he normally would do. But Miyata chimes in and says, hey, Mishiba is controlling the pace of the fight. He's not getting overworked, he's not getting frazzled, he's matured. And Sendo said, I guess he has. And Miyata being funny said, you should try it sometime.
Shut up!
We snap back to the fight, and Mishiba lands a pinpoint right hand that begins to crumble Rosario. Sensing blood in the water and noticing even the fine minute details of the world-class fight, Mishiba jumps in to get his final chopping right, his signature move. But when he jumps in, he gets a little too close and it flashes to Rosario's feet. He's so close that even Ippo notices, which I want to take note of. He's starting to notice more and more of real boxing. He's not just going and slugging. Because as you know, Kamigawa is not the best coach, so the fighters have to kind of find their way as they go throughout the story. But Rosario, planning for this, lands an over-the-shoulder hook right to Mishiba's jaw. Boom! Pinpoints, crumbles him, drops him to the ground. It's a flash knockdown, so everyone's quiet. No one knows what to say. All you can hear is the count going through the air. And you see Rosario standing in the corner looking triumphant, staring down at Mishiba. Mishiba's so out of it, so wonky, he looks over and sees Ippo holding on Kumi. The first thing he does is get mad. Ippo's like, no, stand up, get up. So he begins to rise to his feet, and it shows everyone's reactions. Miyata explains to Sendo how when you get too close to a southpaw, that overhand right, or it's a hook over the right shoulder, it's hard to see, especially at that close range. So it's no wonder he got hit. He was looking to close the show and stepped in a little too close. And then we flash to Sawamura. It's a small panel, but you see his face kind of scrunch up and get upset. I really like how Sawamura's rooting for Mishiba this time, even though they had that checker pass, and it kind of shows both their growths. They're always kind of foils of each other. In a way, Sawamura was the worst version of Mishiba, if that's even possible. But when they fought, Mishiba kind of became his worst self in the fight. So I like seeing how they both grown, and it really shows how the seeds planted in this story come to fruition as the story goes on. So, Mishiba rises, he beats the count, and Rosario sends some blood in the water, rushes to him, and that's where this chapter ends. Now, I don't think Mishiba's going to get knocked out in the next chapter. I think it's going to be a save by the bell moment. You know, Ippo's good for doing things like that. But I do think that now Rosario is kind of getting to his own bag, and when he set a trap that one, I do think he's going to keep at this pace. I'll keep trying to set traps for Mishiba, and maybe when the next one, I believe he'll go for another counter and get countered to his counter. And once that happens, we begin fouling in the match. And when he starts fouling, it'll be a whole other set of problems. So we'll see. I'll catch you on the next round.